Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. So today we start some questions based on argument of complex number. So here you that means find the argument or the modulus, argument and modulus of the given complex number. So you note it. Just write your question. Find the modulus and argument of each of the following complex numbers. Actually, polar representation of complex number is not in your syllabus, so that's why I am not teaching you that topic. है ना? So here that is your last topic. So after that, all we are studying about quadratic equation. You well know about quadratic equation, so you solve some question based on it only. Okay. So you're right. Find the modulus and argument of each of the following complex number. So your first complex number is given z is equal to -2 plus I root 3. -2 plus I root 3. You have to find the modulus and argument of this complex number. Okay. So you're right. Z is given. So what you do? First of all, you have to compare it with x plus iy. You have to compare it with x plus iy. So the value of x is equal to -2 and the value of y is equal to -3. Here you have the value. So first of all, here you find the modulus of z. So the modulus of z can be represented as mod of z and is equal to under root x square plus y square. So putting its value, and you have here 4 plus 3 and is equal to root 7. So root 7 is the value of modulus of z. Now, if you want to find its argument, then what you do? You have to find the value of tan theta. Understand? So you write tan theta is equal to, first of all, you write here mod of y upon x. Mod of y upon x. So putting the value of y and x here, so you have root 3 upon -2, and that complete number is within mod, so that is equal to root 3 by 2. Okay, so is there be any value of tan which gives the value root 3 by 2? No. Are you have any value? Oh, sorry, just I mistake here. Please correct it. Please correct your question. So here z is given -2 plus I into 2 times of root 3. Yes, correct it. Into 2 times of root 3. So here the value of y is equal to 2, and here you have 12, and 12 plus 4, 16. Yes, correct it. So the value of mod is given here 4, and here you have 2 times of root 3 upon root 2. So here you have root 3. So that gives the value tan pi by 3. That is equal to tan of pi by 3. Understand? That is equal to tan pi by 3. Okay. And just you see in which quadrant z lie. Here you see that x is negative and y is positive. So it lying in which quadrant? Anyone?
Second quadrant, sir.
Second quadrant. So you write here z lies in second quadrant. Z lies in second quadrant. Okay, you mention here in which quadrant z lie. So if z lying in second quadrant, and here you have the value of alpha. Okay, so that pi by 3 is the value of alpha here. So you write it directly for second quadrant. So the argument of z is equal to pi minus alpha. So you have, if you are confused here, so in place of theta, you write here alpha, na? You write here alpha. So in this way, you have the value alpha is equal to pi by 3. Understand? So here you have pi minus pi by 3 and is equal to 2 pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3 is the value of argument of z. Okay, note it. Just mute. Understand? In the same way, write next question. And here you have to also find the modulus and argument of the complex number. So you write z is equal to 1 plus I upon 1 minus I. Z is equal to 1 plus I upon 1 minus I. You have to find modulus of z and argument of z. Modulus of z and argument of z is required. Okay, so find it. So what you do, first of all, you have to convert it in standard form by taking the conjugate of denominator. So here you have 1 plus I whole square upon 1 minus I into 1 plus I. Okay, so simplifying it, so that is equal to 1 plus I square and plus 2I whole divided by 1 plus 1, because here I square is equal to minus 1, and so this minus 1 and 1 is cancelled out. So you have 2I upon 2 and is equal to I. Okay, and this I can be written as 0 plus I. 0 plus I. Okay, so here you see that the value of z is 0 plus I in standard form. Now, if you are comparing it with the given that means standard result, so you can say that is equal to x plus iy. That is equal to x plus iy. Understand? So if you are saying it is x plus iy, so the value of x is 0 here. Yes, write it. So the value of x is 0 and y is equal to 1. Now you find the value of mod of z. So the mod of z is equal to under root x square plus y square. So here you have 1. Understand? And yes, write for tan alpha. Tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x and is equal to 1 upon 0. And just you see here, 0 is taken here positive and y is here positive. So it lying in first quadrant, you can say just like that. So here you have 1 by 0 not defined. So you can say that is equal to tan of pi by 2. Here that is equal to tan of pi by 2 and it lying in first quadrant. So what you write? So the argument of z is equal to alpha. So you write here pi by 2. So the argument of z is equal to pi by 2. Note it. So the argument of z is equal to pi by 2. Yes, right. Next question for practice point of view. Yes, similar questions are there. You have only z is equal to z is equal to 1 upon 1 plus I. Z is equal to 1 upon 1 plus I, and you have to find the value of modulus of z and argument of z. So you know well what you are doing here. Okay, no? What is to be done here? You have to take the conjugate of denominator. So that is 1 minus I upon 1 plus I into 1 minus I, and is equal to 1 minus I upon, yes, square of, here you are applying a square minus b square. So you have 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 1 by 2 minus 1 upon 2 times of I. 1 upon 2 into 1 by 2 times of I. Now, if you are comparing with x plus I, y, so you have x is equal to 1 upon 2 and y is equal to minus 1 upon 2. X is equal to 1 upon 2 and y is equal to 1 upon 2. Now, find its modulus. So, the modulus of z is equal to under root x square plus y square and is equal to under root 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that is equal to root 1 by root 2. So, or you write here 1 by root 2 is the value of its modulus. Now you find, so just you see here x is positive and y is negative. So in which quadrant z lying? X positive, y negative.
Third.
No, check it. X positive, y negative. So in which quadrant it lie?
Fourth.
Fourth quadrant. Here, z lying in fourth quadrant. Understand? Okay, because here x is positive, and here the sign convention for the in which quadrant your complex number lying is same as the you already know about the coordinate system. Okay, so you have to use same method. X is positive and y is negative, just like a coordinate. Okay, so here x lying in fourth quadrant. So if you that means find the value of tan theta. So you write here tan alpha is equal to mod of y upon x. So if you are putting its value, you have minus 1 upon 2 upon 1 upon 2. So here you have 1. So that is equal to tan of pi by 4. And just you mention here z lies in a fourth quadrant. Okay. Here z lying in fourth quadrant, you write there. Z lies in fourth quadrant. Understand? So if z lying in fourth quadrant, argument of z. So argument of z is equal to minus alpha. Okay, and here you see your value of alpha is pi by 4. You have minus pi by 4 is the value of argument of z. Okay, note it. Done, beta? Clear? That is clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So, right, next question. In the same way, right, next question. Z is equal to 1 plus 7i upon 2 minus I whole square. 2 minus I whole square, and you have to find mod of z and argument of z. Mod of z, argument of z is required. Okay, so trying to simplify. So first to expand denominator. So 1 plus 7i upon, here you have 4 plus I square minus 4 times of I. And I square is minus 1, so 1 plus 7i divided by 3 minus 4i. Now taking conjugate of denominator, so 3 plus 4i divided by 3 plus 4i, you write in this way. Now multiplying and numerator part, so 3 plus 4i plus 21i square and 21i plus 28i square, 28i square, and in that is denominator you have 9 minus 16i square, 9 minus 16i square. Okay, now simplifying. So here you have I square is minus 1. So in denominator you have 25. And here you have minus 28 plus 3. So minus 25. And just you add it. So you have 25i. Now if you distribute it, so you have minus 1 plus I. So its value is minus 1 plus I. Okay, note it. And now if you are comparing it with x plus iy, x plus iy, so you have x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 1. X is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 1. So here x negative, y positive. So you can say x lying in second quadrant, sorry, z lying in second quadrant, x negative, y positive. Okay. So you find the value of modulus of z. So mod of z, yes, right, mod of z is equal to under root x square plus y square. So if you are putting its value, you have 1 plus 1, which is root 2. So root 2 is the value of modulus. And for argument, first you write tan alpha mod of y upon x and is equal to mod of 1 upon minus 1. So that is equal to tan pi by 4. But here, what is given, right? Since z lies in second quadrant, okay? Z lying in second quadrant, mention it. Z lying in second quadrant, so argument of Z is equal to pi minus alpha. So putting its value pi minus pi by 4 and is equal to 3 pi by 4. That is equal to 3 pi by 4 is the value of argument. So all you are comfortable to find the value of argument of Z?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just give you other question. Yes, write it. Z is equal to I minus 1 upon cos pi by 3 plus I sine pi by 3. You have to find the modulus and argument of complex number. Z is equal to I minus 1 upon cos pi by 3 plus I sine pi by 3. So first you're trying to reduce it in standard form. Okay. So right, I minus 1 divided by cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2 plus I sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. Understand? Now taking LCM. So, and this 2 is transferred to numerator. So you have 2 times of I minus 1 divided by 1 plus I root 3. 1 plus I root 3. Understand? Now taking its conjugate. So 1 minus I root 3 divided by 1 minus I root 3. Yes, multiplying. So in denominator you have 1 plus 3, and here you have 2 times of, here you have I into I is minus 1, and so here you have plus root 3, and here you have minus 1, and this side you have plus I root 3, plus I root 3. Okay. Now here you have 4, so this 2 is cancelled, and just you write it in standard form. So that is written root 3 minus 1 plus I times of root 3 plus 1 whole divided by 2, whole divided by 2. Okay, and is also written as root 3 minus 1 upon 2 plus I times root 3 plus 1 upon 2, root 3 plus 1 upon 2. So in this way, here you write a complex number in standard form and is equal to x plus iy. So that is equal to x plus iy. So are you noted up to this step, last step? Noted.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So if the values of x and y are known, so you write here x is equal to root 3 minus 1 upon 2 and y is equal to root 3 plus 1 upon 2. Understand? Now find its modulus. So the modulus of z is equal to under root x square plus y square. Okay, now putting its value. So here you have 1 upon 4 into square of this one. So 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 2. And in the same way, here you have 1 upon 4 into 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3. Sorry, 2 root 3 is there. Yes, right here 2 root 3. 2 root 3. So in this way, here you have your step. So from 1 by 4 is common. So here you write 1 upon 2 under root. Here you have 4 and this 4. 2 root 3 and 2 root 3 is cancel out, and 4 plus 4 becomes 8. No? So right here 8. And root under root 8 can be written as 2 root 2. So overall here you have root 2. So here you see that the modulus of z is equal to root 2. Modulus of z is equal to root 2. Okay. Now you find the value of its argument. And here you see the value of x and y both are positive. So it lying in first quadrant. Okay. So here you find the value of tan alpha. Tan alpha is equal to mod of y upon x. So if you are putting its value, you have, because the values of x and y are positive, so mod is removed here. Root 3 minus 1 upon root 3 plus 1. You have this value. And you have to find root 3 minus 1 upon root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1 is uh, which angle of the tan gives such type of value. So what you do, actually you know the formula. Here you have in numerator positive and denominator negative, and you know the formula of tan x plus y. Okay, tan x plus y is tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x tan y. Okay, you know that formula. So here in denominator you have 1. So here 1 is obtained when you dividing numerator and denominator by root 3. Numerator and denominator by root 3. So you divide it. So if you divide here, so you have 1 plus here you can write root 3. Here you have 1 minus 1 by root 3. Minus 1 by root 3. And here you multiplying 1 also. So there is no any change in its value. And you know, in place of 1, you can write 10 pi by 4. 10 pi by 4, and 1 by root 3 is the value of 10 pi by 6. Okay, so you write. So in place of 1, here you write 10 pi by 4 plus in place of 1 by root 3, you write 10 pi by 6. Okay, and here 1 minus, for this one you can write 10 pi by 4 into 10 pi by 6. 10 pi by 6. Understand? And here you have an identity of 10a plus 10b upon 1 minus 10a 10b and is equal to 10a plus b. So you have 10 pi by 4 plus pi by 6. Okay. Now taking LCM and simplifying it. Taking LCM and simplifying it, so you have 10, LCM is here 12. So 3 pi plus 2 pi. So you have tan of 5 pi by 12. Okay. So the value of alpha is equal to, alpha is what? Here argument. So you write it here. So the value of argument of z is equal to 5 pi by 12. 5 pi by 12 is your answer. So the argument of z is 5 pi by 12. Note it. Argument of z is 5 pi by 12. Everyone getting this step? Here you use trigonometry. Okay, note it. And yes, the same type of question is also, just I see here, just you trying to solve that question I give you. Are you noted up to last step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you write same type of question. Here you have same value, only just I change 1 minus I. Here you write only 1 minus I, and you have the same question here. Just trying to solve. Yes, note that question. Z is equal to 1 minus I upon cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3, and you have to find the value of modulus of Z and argument of Z. Okay, just trying to solve it. So 1 minus I, 1 by 2 plus I into root 3 by 2. So 2 times of 1 minus I upon 1 plus I root 3 into 1 minus I root 3 upon 1 minus I root 3. Okay. Here you're taking conjugate. So 2 times multiplying here these two brackets. So 1 minus I root 3 minus I minus root 3. Just check it. And whole divided by 4. Okay. So equating real part. So your here real part is 1 minus root 3. Na? So just to check it. Clear. Right. So that can be written root 3, 1 minus root 3. And here you are taking minus common. So you have I times of root 3 plus 1 and whole divided by 2. Whole divided by 2. And here you see 1 minus root 3 is negative. 1 minus root 3 becomes negative. So you have to take minus common. Okay. So take out. So root 3 minus times of root 3 minus 1 by 2. And here minus I times of root 3 plus 1 divided by 2. Now compare it. So if you are comparing, that is equal to x plus iy. X plus iy. Okay. So the value of x is given as minus times of root 3 minus 1 by 2, and y is equal to root 3 minus times of root 3 plus 1 by 2. So here x and y both are negative. X and y both are negative. So what does it mean? It lying in which quadrant? Third quadrant. Understand? X and y both are negative. So it lying in third quadrant. So here you find the value of mod. So first you find the value of mod of z. So mod of z is under root x square plus y square. So that is equal to under root. So square of that becomes positive. So you have 3 plus 1 minus 2 root 3 by 4. And plus here you have 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 plus 2 root 3 divided by 4. So if you are taking LCM, again here you have root 2. Again here you have root 2. So the mod of z is equal to root 2. Now trying to find the value of its argument. Okay. So tan alpha is equal to mod of y by x. Mod of y by x. Okay. So mod of minus times of root 3 plus 1 upon minus times of root 3 minus 1. You write in this way. Here 2 is cancelled out. 2 is cancelled out from numerator and denominator part. Okay. So here you're trying to find the value of alpha. And if you are seeing the sign of x and y, so you have z lies in third quadrant. That lying in third quadrant. Understand? It lying in third quadrant. Now trying to check its value. So what you do? Here again you dividing numerator and denominator by root 3. So tan alpha is equal to so here you have tan alpha is equal to, yes, dividing numerator and denominator by root 3. So 1 plus 1 by root 3 divided by 1 minus 1 by root 3. Okay. Now arrange its term as the identity. So you have tan pi by 4 plus tan pi by 6 upon, here you have 1 minus tan pi by 4 into tan pi by 6. You write in this way. And that is equal to tan pi by 4 plus pi by 6. Now, if you are taking LCM, so you have tan 5 pi by 12, 7 pi by 12, sorry. Just check it. 3, 5 pi by 12, yes. You have 5 pi by 12. So from this result, here you see that the value of alpha is 5 pi by 12. Alpha is 5 pi by 12. Okay. And what is the rule for third quadrant? Argument. So the argument, the value of argument in third quadrant is alpha minus pi. What is that? You can write here alpha minus pi. So you write. So argument of Z is equal to alpha minus pi. So if you are putting 5 pi by 12 minus pi, so what you have? You have minus 7 pi by 12. Here you have your result. Argument of Z is equal to minus 7 pi by 12. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So in this way, you can find the argument of any complex number. So just here for the understanding point of view, so how you find the values of argument for different complex number. So you have to practice on such type of questions for the argument. Understand? And yes, there is another question. Yes, same type is also there. You trying to solve it by own. Yes, as homework. Yes, note it. Yeah, that is homework. You trying to solve it by own. So you write Z is equal to minus 16 upon 1 plus I root 3. Yeah. Z is equal to minus 16 upon 1 plus I root 3. You have to find the value of modulus of Z and argument of Z. Okay. So that is your homework. You trying to solve it by own. Okay. And yes, tomorrow we will studying about the remaining questions of argument and then quadratic equation. Okay. Thank you all of you. You trying to solve it by any test book or NCRT book. Okay.